So you're wondering if Thor Love and Thunder lived up to the hype? What if I've told you I've created a system that makes it simple to figure out? But first, let's have a quick chat about the director. Thor Love and Thunder was directed by Taika Waititi, who's also known for reinventing the Thor franchise when he directed Thor Ragnarok, the highest rated Thor sequel to date. Unfortunately, his latest contribution to the series is the film we're gonna break down today, which was still a box office success, grossing over $760 million worldwide, placing it among the top 10 highest grossing films of 2022. But there was a general consensus that this film was a step backwards for the franchise. So let's jump into the Bifrost and figure out why this happened.
Oh.
Should we help him? And eventually. Great.
We're going to be using my Waves rating system. Wave stands for writing, acting, visuals, editing, and sound. Each category is given a maximum score of 5 points. Then we calculate the average and round up to get our final rating. Easy enough, right? Now let's get started with the writing. Here's the premise. When a new threat known as Gorr the God Butcher starts his butchering off screen, Thor must team up with his friends to stop him. The twist here is that one of those friends is Jane Foster, Thor's one true love, who also did some things off screen, like inherit his powers. No big deal. The plot then progresses through a series of convenient coincidences, absurd moments, and cringy dialogue.
Not me.
What? Just listening.
But surprisingly though, I thought it had a great ending. As a result, you could say that it was a messy journey to a great destination. Based on that, I'm gonna give the writing a 2. Now let's get started with the acting. Starting off with our main cast, we have Chris Hemsworth, reprising his role as Thor. He has always given his all to this role, no matter how many different paths it has taken. He always brings the charm and charisma, but this time he showcased more of his vulnerability.
Sensing feelings?
Yeah, right.
We move on to Natalie Portman, playing Jane Foster and the mighty Thor. It was entertaining to see how she expanded on this character by taking a more awkward and eccentric approach. Her range was on full display in this film.
It's just my first bad guy.
Never forget your first.
Rounding up our main cast, we have Christian Bale portraying Gorr, the God Butcher. While he had some good moments, the character was inconsistent throughout. He still gave it his best, although some moments were cringy.
All gods will die.
Meanwhile, the rest of the cast was made up of great supporting characters that we've come to love, as well as a few new additions. Overall performances were okay, so I'll just give the acting a 3. Now let's take a look at the visuals. The overall look of the film reflected the top tier quality we've come to expect from Marvel films. The VFX, sets, lighting, wardrobe, cinematography, and makeup departments did a fantastic job making the film look amazing. That glorious action sequence featuring the empowered Asgardian children taking on Gorr's shadow monsters hit me right in the feels.
General Axel, lead your army to that action.
We shall do our worst. For Asgard.
But anyway, as amazing as that was, I still preferred the visuals of the previous film, so I'm gonna give this one a 4. Now let's jump to the editing. The shot composition was phenomenal, but the pacing of this film was a bit messy. There were various important moments that transpired off screen that should have been shown, and other moments they did show that should have been trimmed. I also felt like they tried to make too many important plot lines happen all at once, which Marvel is known to do. When you jumble everything together like this, it's hard for the audience to care about anything specific. Due to these issues, I'm gonna give the editing a score of 3.
And flick! You flick too hard, damn it!
Now let's talk about the sound. The sound effects were nice and crisp, and the film score enhanced the various moods of the film. But the star of the show was the soundtrack. Pairing Guns N' Roses with Thor visuals was a match made in Valhalla. Not much else to say here, the sound gets a solid score of 4.
Aww.
They are beautiful.
Yes, they are beautiful. They also scream quite a lot.
They'll be fine.
And now we come to the final rating. Was this film electrifying? Sort of. It felt more like a quick little shock. I give Thor Love and Thunder a score of 3 out of 5. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this content. Stay tuned for more Omni reviews. And as always, keep your mind sharp and your eyes peeled.